Hello, my name is Andrea Runnells, and I've been an intern at Seed Hospitality for this past spring 2019 semester. I've used this time to expand my personal organization skills into the digital realm. I am very detail-oriented and known for creating at least one list for each day. I've also maintained a consistent paper planner for the past 15 years. My learning goal for my internship at Seed Hospitality has been to gain proficiency in and reach a level of comfortability with Trello for managing my internship tasks, HOD coursework, and my personal life. To detail my experience, I have created this screencast. Here I will give an overview of Trello and how I've learned to use it this semester to better organize myself. As a precursor, I wanted to let you know that the screenshots used were taken at various stages during the semester, and there may be slight variations in how the boards look. An assignment might be in one shot where I'm showing something, but when I go to the next section it may have been completed and moved in the meantime. However, this should not affect your ability to view and understand what I am trying to demonstrate within Trello. To begin, this is the main homepage at www.trello.com. You are able to create an account here or log in if you've already completed that step previously. There are three options available for using Trello: free, business class, and enterprise. For me, being just one person and using it primarily for personal organization, the free option has worked well. I still have the ability to form teams and invite others to view my boards in the free option, so it could be used in a limited business sense as well. It appears that the features surrounding the amount of team boards is what would be a deciding factor for choosing an upgraded option. If you needed more than 10 team boards and more support, then an upgrade is a good idea. The remaining features, if you scroll down, center around automation by Butler and admin and security features. So if that is important to you, an upgrade would be important. It is very simple to sign up for the basic version and start straight away, and that's what I did, so let's get started. All you need to create an account is your name, email, and a password. A confirmation email will be sent at some point to verify your account, but you're able to get started immediately after you enter this information here. This is what I consider my main page in Trello right after I log in. The home page will tell you what you have due next, but choosing and opening a board on this page gives you a fuller view that I understand better. For this semester, I focused on 4 areas of my life that I'm consistently writing to-do lists for to try to streamline this process and keep everything together. I created a board for my HOD internship, my home life, my organization, which is Seed Hospitality, and for another class I'm finishing this semester that I titled Small Group. Without a previous login, this area would be blank. To make these colored boards you see, you would click Create New Board. As seen here, you are then given the option of entering a name for the board, choosing a color, and deciding whether it will be public or private. Each of these things can be altered at any stage later on if needed, so don't worry about it being perfect the first time around. Boards can be for individual use or can be associated with teams that can be grouped within the site. For the sake of this screencast, I'm going to go deeper into my HOD internship board, as that should be the most relatable for others involved with Vanderbilt and the HOD program. A lot of my getting used to Trello and trying to incorporate it into my everyday life has involved taking things that are on paper already and transferring that into Trello straight away. Trello is also available as an app for mobile devices, and this has been especially helpful for me on the go when paper and pen aren't convenient. Things such as making a doctor appointment or a reminder to take out the trash on Sunday night are great to input on the mobile app. For my HOD internship, though, I sat down with the lovely assignment sheet we were given and inputted everything early on. A syllabus could be inputted, a timeline for a project, weekly meetings, whatever task, dates, or deliverables that will involve you or you are interested in, you can add onto a board. Once you have created a board, you can go in and customize its layout. Each board has titled lists that contain cards. For my HOD internship board, it made sense to break it up by class since it was visually separated and showed me what each class entailed to help me understand the breakdown better. I created a title for each of the 4 classes and then a title called Relevant, where things I wanted easy access to at any point stayed, and then I also completed a Completed title where assignments could go once I finished them. This helped me see what I still had ahead of me on the primary board without deleting completed cards that I maybe wanted to reference later on. Under each title, you are then able to create cards for whatever it is you are wanting to note. For this example, I listed the assignments for each course. There is a place to create a title, choose a colored label, add a description, add a comment, input a due date, and see any activity that happened within the card. I decided for this board that red labels would mean that the assignment required a signature from my supervisor, purely because this was a noticeable color that I was able to apply meaning to. Additionally, you have the option of inserting a checklist and attachments, which I will show in just a minute. Cards can also be moved and copied to another list and watched if you are expecting a team member to alter or comment on something within the card. They can also be archived if you no longer need them. This takes it out of view completely compared to my completed category that I created and moved cards to that I want still in the window, but just to the side. In regard to the attachment option, this helped keep everything in one place for me. I was able to take the digital version of the capstone assignment table and attach it to a card so that I could quickly look it up on my computer or on the app in my phone rather than fumbling through my school bag or needing to log into Brightspace and search for it. It became more accessible to me in this format. The attachment opens itself within the site or app and doesn't need to be downloaded or opened separately, making it very convenient. Here you can see the assignment table on my computer and a screenshot of the same sheet viewed on my mobile phone. Another example of taking advantage of the attachment option was to add the relevant articles or assignment instructions to the card. Most of this was set up similarly in Brightspace, but Trello gave me more control in how I put everything together for how I wanted to see it, and it gave me the opportunity to add my own notes and instructions as well. In group projects, this can be very helpful because group members working on different tasks can upload their work to this communal space where everyone can see what the other is doing and share information and work off of each other if needed. Another card feature is the ability to create checklists. Rather than make a separate card for each task, some can be lumped together like I did for our discussion posts. Also, if there are simple steps needing to be accomplished before a task is considered complete, this is a way of addressing this without creating an entirely new card. Your individual organizational preferences are able to dictate how you use these options. Now we'll come back to the main board for some general feature overview. The bell on the top right next to the login information represents a notification area. If someone within a team completed a task, commented on a card, added something to a board or card, or made any changes or additions at all, this would be shown here. If your boards are personal, like mine have been this semester, you would see upcoming assignments. You are also able to change your preferences here regarding whether or not you receive pop-up or email notifications that I just listed. Notifications for me came through 2 days before assignments were due, and I also had them come up on my mobile phone. A tap on the links in either of them takes you straight to Trello in the assignment or card referenced. Trello makes it so certain boards can include other people while keeping others private. While this is initially determined when you create the board, it can be changed at any time. This is useful if a project changes and it needs to include people now when it might not have previously. Trello also has the option to invite others at any stage in the process. This is handy if the person is unfamiliar. It will send them a link saying you are inviting them to your board and provide simple instructions for registering. My supervisor had heard of Trello but did not have an account, so using this feature it took me about 30 seconds to send her the link. The menu feature lets you go in and change other details if you need to. Nothing you determine at the start is set in stone. The titles can be changed, the due dates, whatever you need. There are also options to put up blockers so that others can see something that may be hindering you in a team project, or even if you just want to note it for yourself. The beauty of Trello is that it has a basic guide, but you can personalize it so it works for you. I'll scan through a few added features as an example. There are options to filter cards that you may have grouped by colored labels. There are stickers you can place on cards as a bright, noticeable visual. You are able to create a link so that another application can refer to a Trello board. You can change permissions as an administrator of a board, as well as add additional administrators. Trello also offers tutorials and fun little clips to show different areas of what it is capable of. I get periodic emails asking me if I'm taking advantage of a new feature or suggesting that something in the program might be helpful for me. There are even sample boards Trello puts up to inspire on their webpage. This is an example they made of Taco's Taco. You can see how they used team member photos, clip art, stickers, and labels here. After seeing the inspiration board on the slide prior, I did a little exploration to see if there was anything else I wanted and whether or not Trello had it. My top priority became having a calendar view option. I learned that this is in the form of a power-up. There are several pre-made power-up options you can see here, as well as the option to design your own if Trello doesn't have it. Thankfully, the calendar option was pre-made, so I just had to click on it to add it to the boards I wanted to use it on. Here you can see it being added to my HOD internship board. Now when I go to the HOD internship board, there is a calendar button at the upper right corner by the menu option. And if you click on it, you have the calendar view of the cards that contain dates, exactly like I wanted it. There are many other features like the power-ups that can be discovered by way of the deep dive that Trello offers as well. It can show additional ways you might not have thought to use features, and this is all available on their webpage. I have found Trello to be very helpful this semester, to see the main points of my life laid out in primary colored rectangles with the ability to click in deeper and see my very clean and organized to-do lists. I don't have a giant list on a piece of note paper that I update every day. I don't have a planner that I keep having to cross things out and rewrite for every slight change, and I don't have to try to combine these two paper methods at all anymore, which is nice. I do still write some things down by hand in the moment, but as soon as I can, I input it into my Trello app or on my computer and toss the paper. It has been a bit freeing in that sense. For the basic areas of what I've needed to use it for, I've been very happy with the program. I will continue to use it after this semester quite easily by archiving my school-related boards and adding others, and possibly rearranging a few things. If you're wanting to try something new out for project management or personal organization, I think Trello is a worthy contender to consider. Thank you.